along the sidelines. Glad to have you with us here, and we are underway in Winston-Salem. Hampton in their road blues, and they'll have it here to start things off.
Wake has had a lot of success playing. Well, to my word, drive them out. They've had a lot of success playing the zone, and they will challenge Hampton to see if they can knock down some jumpers. That's a good defensive play on the first possession.
Yeah, start the game off with a turnover, and you look at the starting five for Wake Forest, same five that have started throughout the course of this young season. Brown leading the way with 12 points and 9 rebounds a game. And we got our first whistle and a foul underneath against Hampton on a shove, as it goes against Olivia Smith, senior, picking up the first whistle. So Sorby to inbound it. Quick catch and shoot by Carter. A little strong off the mark. And Aaron Battle will bring it the other way here for Hampton.
Not really sure how Hampton wants to try to play this game. Scott, you talk about the lineup.
Yeah, all 5 starters are transfers for the Pirates, and that's one of them, as Kaya Doro, a senior out of Tennessee Martin, converts from the outside.
Played at Missouri, initially started a career, also Colorado State, a very solid perimeter scorer.
McElrath off a turnover, can't convert the 3. Now the Deacs will ease it here with Sorby across the timeline. Nice hit ahead and a deflection knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Taylor Gibson, and that's what this Hampton defense is all about,
yeah,
right?
That's what I was about to say before she knocked the shot down. We're not really certain what style of play Hampton's going to be able to play. They had an easy win against Newport News Apprentice School. So what they want to do is put pressure on the basketball, use their size, and also their defensive prowess to put pressure. Already giving Wake Forest a little trouble in getting their offense going. So we'll see if they're going to be able to run very much. But defensively, they've done a nice job so far.
Yeah, another turnover there as Battle pitches it ahead. Corner 3 away by McElrath. Too strong, and the rebound down to Brown. Wake still looking for their first bucket here, and shuffling her feet on the way to the basket was Mary Carter, and another turnover here for Wake early.
Yeah, and this is where Wake Forest really, I feel, has an advantage if they've got the size to be able to run, push the ball down the floor, and get some shots. And now again, Brown made the adjustment. Last time she's been driving and getting some shots blocked, kicked it out to Mary. Mary got a little happy feet right that time. Back in the zone.
Inside, turn and face by Gibson, off the mark. And nice hustle underneath by Battle as she's able to tie up Oliver underneath. The possession arrow will give it over to Wake Forest.
The Wake Forest bigs will be challenged a little bit more on the glass than maybe they were those other previous basketball games, because as you mentioned, there are some veteran players on the Hampton Power teams. Kara Dortch talked about. Taylor Gibson has size, not a really big scorer, but an excellent rebounder. Has got good hands, so you're already seeing them giving Wake Forest a little problems there.
So what do you have to do if you're the Deacs here to settle
well,
in
they got to
against this
score.
press?
I mean, they got to score, and it's a long game. So I mean, no panic right now, but they're going to have to execute today.
Drive and a finish right on cue by Milan Brown.
Great job. Recognize the double team, swing it around. Brown, who does not mind going inside the paint and scoring.
Smith will drive it, shut off, nearly lost it.
Really excited to watch Smith. She makes some good decisions. Clock winding down there. What are you doing, Hampton?
5 to shoot. Smith will have to crank one away. And a rebounding foul underneath, and an offensive foul on Kyla Doro.
And again, one of the things you have to do is you ask about what is beat the trap. And a nice job there. She clears out, just goes inside. And this time, instead of getting under the glass, Brown takes it about 10 feet and knocks it in.
Nice drive and kick, but the payoff by Carter, unkind. And we head the other way, still knotted up here at 2.
Good look for Carter. Got to follow that shot.
Just underway here in the first. Buckets have been hard to come by, but Gibson finds one she likes and drains it.
Well, they did a nice job of being patient and probing the zone. Put the ball on the baseline side. The opening was there in the middle. Gibson a little hesitant at first, and wow, I'm wide open, and knocked it in. Only averaged about 4 points a game a season ago, but I think she's got the potential to score, as does this young lady.
Yeah, this time Brown keeps it herself instead of kicking it out, and we're tied at 4.
Hampton averaged about 58 points a ball game last season. They want to improve on that. They feel like their defense is going to allow them to get more offensive touches. Their defense is going to allow them to get some easier layups.
Pass off the legs of Gibson, and the turnover. Here comes Wake Forest. Brown in the paint, drops it off underneath. Bodying her way inside is Grace Oliver, and a little too aggressive. She'll be whistled for the offensive foul.
Let's take a look here. Go inside there. And one of the things you have to do is clear space. I think that left arm kind of got high. You can't be quick eyes to see it, but I think they might have gotten away with that. Yeah.
First team foul against Wake Forest.
The word was a mistake, and we'll talk about this a lot during the season with those posts. Put the ball on the floor. She's already there. Just catch it, turn, and score. There's your gap in the zone.
Gibson kicks it out right in front of the Wake bench. The 3 away. Too strong by McIlrath. Another chance for the Pirates. Battle for 3, left it short. And another offensive rebound.
Second chance opportunities. Can Hampton make them pay?
Dabo off the mark along the baseline. So the Deacs with a chance to take the lead here on this trip. Sorby had a notion off the screen. She'll turn the corner. And blocked from behind. Last touch by the Pirates. 4:55 on the clock here in the first. Just underway in Winston-Salem. All knotted up at 4. You know, in this age of transfers, Hampton's no different. Coach Augustin bringing in a lot of new faces, and they're all impact players right away, too.
I mean, I'm telling you what, I mean, just look at that. They've come from solid programs. A couple of them have familiarity with the ACC or with playing against Wake Forest. In fact, Kyla Lazima, number 14, played against Wake, had about 17 minutes and scored a couple of baskets and got a few rebounds in the most recent ball game. That's inside.
Yeah, nice play inside to set up Raven Preston, the redshirt junior who just checked in, gets the basket and a chance here at a three-point play.
But you look at this team, and you talk about transfers and players that I think are going to have a great impact. That young lady is going to have a great impact on this Wake Forest team. Comes off the bench, immediately shows something good. Preston was an all-conference performer at Elon. Academic, she's a tough player that understands the game. She can play the 3, she can play the 4, she can play the 2 if need be. And that's just a great contribution, especially since we're just talking about, you know, transfers and people coming in. A welcome addition. Remember the name, Raven Preston.
Preston gives Wake Forest the lead here at 7-4. 3-ball away by Doro is strong. And rebound down to Wake as they'll look to add to this 3-point lead on this trip.
Doro transferred from Martin. Gibson, number 20, also an inside player, played at Central Florida after a year at Michigan. Didn't really play much at Michigan. I think was injured, but they've got a lot of variety. This is going to be a Hampton basketball team similar to Wake. Like I said, it's going to get better as they go. Look at that.
Yeah, Preston again. She's got 5 quick ones off the bench.
Her ability to give this team a spark, her ability to go inside and understand what's needed. Raven Preston from Greensboro. You know, if I'm Wake Forest, I got to be more active in the zone. And what do I mean by that? Notice that possession, arms were down, and he had an ability to throw over the top of them. They've got to be big. You got 6'3", 6'4", 6'2" on that back line. They've got to play big, make it tough for Hampton to make those passes. Dare Hampton to make jump shots.
Preston, nice feed on the cutter to the hoop. And that's Grace Oliver converting. And boy, what an impact Preston has had right away. Baskets, assists there, and it's 11-4.
Another transfer in Grace Oliver. Played a couple of years at Colorado, averaged about 4 a game, and she can make impactful plays.
Aisha Dabo off the mark again from 3. Sorby skip pass over. Preston one more time, just left it short. Pirates have gone cold, in need of a basket here, trying to decipher this Wake Forest zone. Dabo again from 3, can't get it to drop.
Yeah, one and done right now. One of the things that Coach Augustin talked about was being a better shooting basketball team. They were only 25% from 3 last year, 13th best in the CAA.
Off the turnover, Lazama can't convert. Hampton's getting decent looks. They're quick, though.
Yeah, well, they're getting one shot. And they're long range. You better get it. You better make it or get a rebound. Nice.
Yeah, good position underneath. Just too strong as Mary Carter with that left hand.
It's camp basketball. Pass and go away. And Kennedy just at a size disadvantage. Nothing she could do about that. Mary Carter just finishes.
Little 9-0 run here for Wake Forest out of that timeout. And another missed opportunity for Hampton.
Watch this. Gets the ball in the middle of the floor, looks one way, and then there's a back cut. You beat your defender down the floor. Great hustle again. And watch this. Again, good ball movement. One of the things that they've talked a lot about is being a team that moves the ball. And you notice how she kept the ball up that time and ZZ score. 2 great offensive possessions for Wake Forest, starting from the defense.
That deflection by Aaron Battle. She lays it up, couldn't convert it. Rebound down to Foreman, and Hampton will reset here. Under 2 to go here in the first. And a steal taken away by Raven Preston. Boy, she is everywhere here in the first and has been a huge spark on both sides of the floor. Takes it up, and let's see, a whistle underneath. And it's going to be a
offensive
charge
foul
on Preston. Yeah, couldn't see underneath there. Her first and the second team foul against Wake Forest. A couple new faces on the floor here for Wake Forest. Kennedy Moore back on, Madison Jordan as well. It's Jordan up there at the top of the zone. Dora will skip pass it over to Aaron Battle. And a 3-second call underneath on Hampton.
And again, the size of Wake Forest really putting pressure on Hampton. He had a 3-second call, or you could add a steal. Take your pick. If you're Hampton, you've got to push the ball, maybe get it down the floor a little bit quicker.
Preston right through the middle of the zone.
Wow, what an impact she has had in this basketball game.
She's got 7 off the bench. Wake Forest with their largest lead at 11, and another deflection out of bounds. The Deacons have been really aggressive and active in that zone.
Well, yeah, but Hampton's helping them a lot because they're kind of passing and standing around. You're not seeing any ball fakes and shot fakes very much either. So they've got to move a little bit more, look to try to penetrate, get a two-person, get that zone, 2 folks on the ball, and then make the skip pass or find a gap. There you go. There's a shot. Look, but good job coming out and contesting.
Lets it fly anyway, and an offensive rebound by Battle. They'll go underneath, and there's a basket by the Pirates. Cutting is Leasia Foreman, and that ends the drought.
Second chance opportunity. Wake's got to get those rebounds. Foreman's a very solid inside player. Believe it or not, one of the smaller players on the team, but was also one of the better offensive rebounders. Sort of like we see out of Brown for Wake Forest.
6 to shoot. Jordan with 2 on the clock, lets it ride. And that will do it for the first quarter here in Winston-Salem. Wake Forest has been trying to get off to better starts as the season moves along and really playing well here today. And 14 points already in the paint for the Deeks of their 15 here total, right? So they're getting the ball where they want and getting the good looks and being efficient about it. So for Hampton, where do you go to find buckets if you can? And they continue to go cold from the outside as Wake forces it the other way. Just about 19% in the first half and the first quarter for Hampton. And again, Wake right back inside.
Push the basketball down the floor. If you will run those 2 perimeter players, especially Brown and now Jones in the ball game, they'll find you. Grace Oliver gives you some good baskets inside. So does Mary Carter, but those small guards get down the floor. They're not afraid to get in the paint.
And another 3-second call against Hampton. That's their second already.
What do we say? The zone, and they're standing around. There's the most apparent way you can say that. They've got to move bodies. They've got to move the basketball if you're a Pirate. There's your trap.
There's Caitlin Jones here running point for Wake Forest. Her pass nearly stolen away, but right into the hands of Moore.
It's been interesting to watch the last ball game when you've got Jones and Brown. Nice back cut.
Yeah, backdoor cut, but the left hand finish by Jordan a little strong.
Maddie's used to taking jump shots, not layups. But when you've got those 2 guards in there, they just create chaos. Quick to the basketball.
Lead stands at 11 here for Wake. Pirates will kick it to the corner to the baseline. Nothing doing there. Another deflection, ball loose, and a kick ball by a Hampton player. So it will be Wake possession here, and they'll inbound it underneath. Kiki McElrath back on the floor for Coach Augustin as Foreman takes a seat. Again, back inside, and Kennedy Moore will earn a trip to the line to shoot 2.
You were talking a moment ago about what Hampton needed to do and against that zone, and we talk about it more and more, but they've got to find a way to move the Wake Forest defenders and try to find, McCalvert, just like you mentioned, 51 threes a season ago. They only have one player that made over 20 threes that's returning, that being Dabo. So somebody's got to step up and knock down a shot on the perimeter to make it easier for them to penetrate, to be able to get some more shots, if that makes any sense. They've got to attack this zone either over the top or through those gaps, and they're not doing a good job right now doing either one of them.
Well, to make matters worse, that was the second foul of the game on Kyla Dora, so she takes a seat as Aaliyah Shelton comes in, 1 of 2 from the line.
Push it. This would be one of those situations I'd say, let's push it. Let's see if we can get a layup out of this. This Hampton team is still learning, too, so they're going to be okay.
Gibson turns and fires, and a soft touch underneath for Taylor Gibson.
Good job by Coach Augustin and staff. Go inside there and post want the ball. A little contact, doesn't matter. Gibson finishes, veteran player. There's a little more.
And an offensive foul whistled on Jones using the off arm.
And Coach talked about the fact that they wanted to create a lot of baskets with their defense. And after that possession, you got a basket inside, you trap, you put more pressure, you force the Wake Forest turnover. Speed this tempo just a little bit.
Chance on this trip to cut the lead down to single digits for Hampton.
There's shots available. There you go. Attack, ball fake, shot fake, you get something.
Quick swing over to the side to McElrath. Back out front. And the pass inside deflected away, taken by Caitlin Jones. Here's Jones on the left side. Stops, pops, spins away. Loose ball rebound underneath. Hampton out of the pack with it. And a reach-in foul will go on Jones. And that'll be her second quickly. And Aurora Sorby right off the bench will come right back in. And you see Coach Jebbia having a discussion with her freshman point guard out of Rollsville.
Yeah. Bring Grace Galvey in the ball game. Also more length for Wake Forest, a 6-foot freshman.
Ripping home the rebound underneath is Oliver. And now to Sorby.
Hampton in the first quarter, 3 of 16, and it yet to make a three-point basket.
Tough shot along the baseline is off by Brown. And last touch by Hampton underneath, so Wake will keep it here on this end.
Okay, let's see, will Hampton, yeah, they're going to man. They're a man out of bounds. So look for a Wake cutter, a back screen.
Here's Galbavy, comes out front to Brown. 10 to shoot here on this possession.
Yeah, play without fouling if you're the Pirates. Attack if you're Wake.
4 to shoot, and there's that foul with just over 4 left to shoot, and that will drive Coach Augustin crazy.
Yeah. And you've got the dribble picked up. You've got them in a bad position. Just play defense. Don't reach, don't bump. Basically, you bail Wake out of the situation.
Sorby in some difficulty and just does get it away to Oliver. Oliver will keep it herself along the baseline, reverses it up. A wild shot returned by Shelton, and now a reach-in foul on Wake Forest, which goes against Malau Brown, her first.
Nice job with Shelton holding position and that time contesting the shot without fouling. And eventually you get a rebound, a deflection, and the ball goes your way. And again, go inside and outside just a bit. If Gibson's going to be available.
Battle with a scoop shot, rims away. Here comes Brown, full speed ahead, Euro step. Floater is good off the glass.
You just got to get in front of her if you can catch her. Just a head of steam, and she's going downhill and going down fast.
Brown now with 6 for Wake Forest.
Right there.
Right at the free throw line, and Taylor Gibson can make that shot all day, the senior.
Well, it's going to be open for her right now. Wake has got to find a way now to stop the middle. If they stop the middle, then you can reverse it to the other side. Make the skip pass, whatnot. Gibson's got to be a willing scorer now, our facilitator. We don't want to shoot it, pass it to somebody in the low.
Galbavie left open, fires the three, too strong. And as this second quarter moves along, Hampton with a chance to cut the lead down to single digits on this trip. Gibson again turns and fires, and this one too strong. Here's Sorby penetrating, draws contact, and will head to the line off of the whistle. And we'll have 2 free throws when we come back. But right now, everyone is chasing Milan Brown, the freshman, all the way to the cup. She called glass, and it's good. November 4th through the 9th is College Sports Communicators Membership Appreciation Week. These valued communicators and creatives coordinate public and media relations, websites, social media, graphic design, videos, statistics, strategic communications, and believe it or not, much, much more than that. Always helping to tell the stories of teams and student athletes at colleges and universities, their athletic departments and conference offices throughout the United States and Canada. For more information, check out collegesportscommunicators.com/celebrate CSC. Couldn't do their job. We couldn't do our jobs without them.
The SIDs, media relations people, overworked, underpaid in a lot of cases, but they do a great job. We couldn't even think about taking the court without them. Some better than others, but they're all very good. McElrath in the basketball game again now. 0 for 3, yet to get on the board. Got to find a way to get her involved in this game, offensively or defense. Preston also back on the floor for Wake Forest. Look for an energy boost now.
McElrath, who had 17 in the first game, has yet to score, and Pirates will turn it over for the 10th time here in the first half.
Yeah, and that's, I know something that they're not very happy with at Hampton. Another unforced turnover. Kennedy, and that's one of the problems of playing the zone. They're so wide, they kind of make you, they get you kind of outside of your guidance. Timeout here.
Yeah, Preston was tied up there at the mid-court line, and Coach Jebbia saw it and get the timeout here and huddled her group up. Preston a little shaken up. She might have got poked in the eye there. But for the most part, Wake Forest has done a good job handling the pressure of Hampton. And Preston in particular has been one that has really taken advantage of her opportunities here on the court.
Well, she's a solid player, and it's just very interesting that she gets in the ball game and immediately gets a basket, gets a deflection, just kind of gives you some energy. 7 points, 3 or 4 shooting. Milan Brown having another solid shooting game. What an impressive start she had in her career. 12 rebounds on 10 points against Radford on Monday afternoon. But right now, you know, if you're Wake Forest, just continue to kind of play, be smart, value the basketball. Only got a 12-point lead, so Hampton can get hot in a hurry. But use your size.
Yeah, high-low passing. Scoop shot is good underneath by Grace Oliver.
Nice high-low. Wake Forest had so much success with that last year with Kyles and Hines, and they're kind of doing the same thing with a combination of players.
Inside, outside, McElrath for 3 and a whistle as well.
Well, we told you that McElrath has got to find a way to score the basketball. 2-time MEAC all-conference performer last year, also on the all-academic team, can score the basketball inside. There's the outside, late getting over, and she's in rhythm and knock down the shot. I like the fact that she was ready for that. If I get the ball, it's going up, and she did. Feet there, and there was a foul away from the basketball. So now Wake is, Hampton's got an opportunity for a 3, 4, 5, maybe 6-point play. Who knows?
Well, they
got to call it off the floor.
Yeah, well, they ended up changing the foul to go against Hampton, but will score the basket, and Wake gets the ball, and they'll go right to work underneath, kick it out. A 3 by Carter to answer, and it's too strong.
Both teams combined now, Scott, 0 of 11 from the 3 line, 0 for 12 now.
.315 left to go here first half. 3 from the corner by Dabo is rimming out. And down into the hands of Preston. Now to Sorby, and Wake will run, look for an early spot up 3 by Carter, and there it goes.
Right on cue, you needed a 3-point basket. Mary Carter, who knocked down 15 of them a couple of seasons ago, actually 57 again at Colorado. That was a good look in transition. Something I think Wake's got to do more against this Hampton defense.
Her 6th made 3 of the season, pushes the lead out to 14.
Carter's got 6, and we mentioned a moment ago, Madison Jordan, who had this shot in the layup and missed it, has got 3. So they're not really making a lot of threes as they thought they would early. Long season, but that was a nice look by Mary Carter.
Lazama checks out for Hampton. Coming in for Wake Forest, Opal Bird, another one of the young freshmen, seen some time, along with Emily Johns also. And a bucket by Hampton out of the quick break as Kiki knocks one in.
You take a 6'2", 6'3" out and you bring another 6'3" or 6'1" in the ball game. One thing Wake has got, they've got length this year. In trouble.
Shot clock under 10. Quick back cut by Sorby and a feed from Preston.
And what did they do? A nice job of Scott. You've heard it a million times. They move it out the basketball. Good things will happen for you. Sorby with the layup.
Lead back to 14 as we go into 2 minutes left to go here in the half. Turn and face is good by Aisha Dabo.
Great job by Dabo. She's got the length and just goes over the top and scores right in the middle.
And ahead of the pack, who else?
Oh.
Raven Preston.
What a catch. What a catch.
31-17 Wake Forest. Preston gets a hand on it, nearly deflected it for a steal. And Dabo turns, makes an aggressive move. She's fouled from behind.
Watch this. Again, turn, faced up, nice catch with two hands and then finish it up strong in rhythm. That was just well done by Emily Johns to make the pass away. She reversed pivot, bam, made the pass, you catch and score. And I like what Dabo has done the last two times. She's got the ball in the middle of the paint, right at that ACC logo at the free throw line, and she's looked to be a scorer.
McElrath lines one up.
Chance for Wake to extend this lead just before halftime. Possession goes their way also, should they get a chance.
And a whistle off the ball. That's going to be a hold on Leasia Foreman. That's her first and the 5th team foul. So heading to the line will be Opal Bird. Bird, a freshman out of Sydney, Australia. So 109 left to go here in the half, and to your point, Stan, this 109 can go one direction or another in terms of Wake having a chance to extend this lead, and the high arcing free throw by Bird is good.
See if they make this free throw. Ooh, that kind of stood around. Another opportunity.
Well, they get the rebound off the miss and a chance to add to this trip as Brown goes in and draws a whistle, and back to the line will the Deeks go.
And that's got to drive you crazy if you're a Hampton fan right there. You had a long rebound off a missed free throw, not able to get it, 3 or 4 bodies around it, and then they run some stuff, and then you split the defender, and then you bring a person that's been scoring the ball with ease of late back to the free throw line in the final minute of the half.
Now it spins away for Brown as she's just 2 of 7 from the line now here into this third game, but calmly knocks in the second. 33-17, under a minute left to go here in the first half.
Smith has had some trouble seeing over the zone, moving the ball over the zone, but if she'll get it down quick, you can get a shot. That's a good drive.
Yeah, McElrath with a strong drive and draws a whistle against Brown, and she'll have a couple free throws now.
I like what they did that time. As opposed to waiting for the zone to set up as it was setting, they started seeing some action that time, had McElrath going away from the ball and then going through the zone. Smith recognizes it, finds her, and you get McElrath at the free throw line. And you'd like to see her get going. Knock these free throws in, gives her some confidence going into the second half.
Spins away. McElrath with second try, knocks it in. She's got 6 here in the first half.
I think she's got a chance to have a special career her remaining 2 seasons at Hampton.
Sorby, quick hit ahead to Jordan, and her 3 was partially blocked by McElrath, and here comes Hampton.
Yep. Doing it on both ends.
About 6 seconds or so will separate the game clock and the shot clock as we come to a close here in the first half.
Wake Forest is very high, so you can drive now.
McElrath, drive, kick, Smith for 3, and she spotted it home.
Yeah, brought that zone up. Free throw line extended almost, so again, if you can split the zone, you know that the wings are going to be very difficult to get in and cover. You saw that, and you knocked the shot down.
3 to shoot. Wake will have to hurry, and Jordan's 3 is off the mark, and a late flurry by. Now, can you do it here in the second half as well and pay this one off?
10 turnovers for Hampton in the first half. Only 9 made field goals.
Sorby off the miss by Brown, puts it in for 2.
Another second chance opportunity, and a good way to start the second half.
Sorby's had a quietly efficient game. 6 points now, 4 assists, working against the pressure by Hampton. She has been in real control of this Wake Forest offense.
She started the last 12, 13 basketball games last season, and she made the adjustment playing from, international ball. That's a nice look there for Hampton. But Sorby just has kind of stepped up and really started playing good ball. And she's really confident, does a lot of things with his team.
Yeah, I think he summed it up there, Stan. She just grew as the season went along and now has really shown that progress here at the beginning of her sophomore campaign.
Yeah. Well, she's one of about 4 players on this Wake Forest team. We've talked about a couple of them from Australia that's an international player, Grace being from Norway. So it took her a little while to understand how to play. She was a freshman too, but you could just see the kind of light came on early, mid-January, and away she's gone. And she's just giving them a lot of good things right now on this team.
Well, we got a stoppage of play here as the officials are, I think, working on the shot clock here right now. Try to get that squared away. And I think we are all set here. We'll go with 9:16 left to go here in the third. And set the shot clock at 29. And we could play ball here. See them trying to deny Sorby the basketball, make someone else bring it up, and they nearly get the turnover after it deflects into the backcourt. Now Wake with just 15 on the shot clock to get into their possession, and a grab and a hold will go against Hampton, and Cayadoro picks it up. So here is Sorby, swings it over to Brown, bodies her way inside, doubled, so she'll kick it out. 3 ball away and good.
Wow. Wow, was that inverse? The smaller player initiates it in the post and swings it to the bigger player that knocks down the 3. Well done by the Deeks.
Kennedy Moore with the payoff, knocking home the 3. Just the second made 3 of the game for Wake Forest.
Nice movement here for Hampton. See if they can get a basket out there. They got the zone moved.
Battle has a clear look, just wouldn't go down for her. Gibson on the offensive rebound will kick it out. Baseline jump shot short by Doro, and a rebound controlled underneath by Moore.
When Hampton looks at the tape of this ball game, they're going to see, hey, we had some missed opportunities because we didn't take shots.
And a bump as Carter makes her way to the basket. That will go against Cayadoro. Or check it, Gibson will pick up the foul. That will be her first. Sorby, another assist as she flips it inside. Wide open underneath is Grace Oliver.
Dora just got out of her stance for just a second, relaxed, and it was a nice pass inside. And again, I got to give credit to the bigs. They're doing a nice job of keeping the ball up, not putting it on the floor, and being able to finish. Good look there from McElrath.
McElrath knocks in a much-needed triple for Hampton. And trims the lead to 14 after Wake had pushed it out to 17. Excuse me, Stan.
No, I'm just saying that's the second time we've seen her step in that gap and be ready to shoot when the ball was swung to her. Nice job executing offensively for the Pirates.
Second made 3 for McElrath. She's got 9 now. Couple substitutions for Hampton as Doro checks out along with Smith.
Keila Shelton's in the ballgame area at 34. Really good athlete, a 2-sport athlete in high school and growing up in the Arizona area.
There she is from the corner, misses the 3. And a scramble and out of bounds. Let's see, last touched. As the officials confer, they'll say last touched by Wake Forest. I believe it was Oliver that was diving on the floor for that loose ball. So 7:10 to go here in the third.
Get it out the corner. There you go.
McElrath had a notion she'll go inside to Gibson. Nowhere to go there, and shuffle the feet.
That was a nice post entry to Gibson. And again, you know, inside out, feet got happy, but I like the way McKellar made that pass. She knew she had defenders there, so she made a little hesitation, toss it up. Nice area. Gibson's just got to finish that, but that's a good look.
Turning, facing, and firing is Carter, and she gets the friendly roll.
Well, if you get Mary Carter that low to the basket, she's got excellent footwork and great upper body strength. She's going to be able to finish inside.
She's got 7 now on the afternoon.
Carter
Gibson
averaged a shade under 13 at Cal Poly for 2 years. So, hey, transferring her scoring from the West Coast to the East Coast.
will travel, will score, right?
Yeah. It's like your golf game. If you can make some putts and keep it in the fairway, you can play most anyway, you know?
Oh, I can run up a number no matter where I am. Taylor Gibson's going to take a seat now, and coming in will be Aisha Dabo.
I like Gibson. She's got great upside, too. She's a senior, though, but she's upside for this Hampton basketball team. Started 14 out of her 55 games in career at UCF for 2 years, but just gives him some inside power, inside balance.
Brown underneath. Gets it back off the touch by Oliver, and another basket in the paint for Wake Forest.
Look what I found. That's the second game where Oliver or Mary Carter's had doing little scoop shots from underneath.
Oliver now with 6 points and 7 rebounds.
Much more activity. Notice how active the zone is right now for Wake Forest.
Oliver might have got a piece of that one defensively. Here comes Sorby. Again, looking inside for Oliver. Can't get it to her on this trip, so Wake will reset. Try to come right back to her, and she had the smaller McElrath on her back and picks up the foul on McElrath.
Watch this. A nice drive by Brown. Ball's deflected. Take your time. Get another good block defensively by Hampton. They're going after the basketball. It's just, okay, fine. You know, forget all this stuff. Here, just going to flip it over my shoulder and score.
Just get it into my fingertips somehow, right? Yeah.
You've got the length.
So the lead at 18, the largest of the game for Wake Forest. Carter to add to it. Preston on the offensive glass, and another foul by Hampton.
She's not instant basketball, not instant offense, because it could be on the other end. She's just instant basketball. Once she gets in, that first possession, boom, you don't even get a chance to recognize she's on the floor sometime. Like, you know, you're going to who's in the game, who's in the game. And oh, the ball, Preston.
McElrath picks up her third, and you're talking about Preston. You know, you always hear the term, she's got a nose for the basketball. Yeah. But I think you said it well. It's not just on the offensive end. She's just around where you need to be, for lack of a better way of saying it.
Yeah, I mean, she's just there.
In the right spot, right?
Yeah, she's just there. Even in the wrong spot, she's just there. You know, and it's good. And she just goes back now. She's on defense. Averaged 13 a game, like I said last year, as an all-conference performer at Elon. One thing I like about this Wake Forest women's team after seeing him now for the third time is that you've got players from different backgrounds that also can give you a lot of versatility, and they're playing to their versatility. Some days you're a good defender, some days you're a better rebounder, but everybody's making a great contribution, and they're very coachable. Not to say the other teams weren't, but you just see that this team has a joy in learning and getting better.
Well, it's been evident here early on. Scoop shot, no good by Shelton.
I think Hampton's got, what, 2 points, second chance opportunities a day. Wake's done a nice job when the shot's gone up. If they don't make it, they're getting a rebound. Nice.
Carter with a nice feed to Oliver, and Wake Forest just picking apart Hampton underneath. They continue to do so, and the lead has ballooned to 21.
Man, you've got to stop the basketball. If you don't do that, that's what's going to happen.
And a held ball underneath. It has been all Wake Forest here in the third. Deacs have extended the lead out to 21. Well, one of the points of emphasis for this season for Coach Gebbia and this Wake Forest team has been assist to turnover ratio, right? You hear us talk a lot about it. Here today, Wake Forest 14 assists to 9 turnovers. You say, well, 9 turnovers, that's a lot maybe. But if you think about it, 7 of them came in the first quarter. They settled in. You got a player like Sorby who's got 5 assists, no turnovers. Wake Forest has really progressed in that area and seem to be getting better and better, Stan.
Well, they value the basketball. I mean, last year they had more assists and turnovers 9 times. The whole season. And the rate they're going there is going to be 3 times in 3 games.
Here's Caitlin Jones and lays it in.
Yeah, Caitlin Jones in open courts is going to be a nightmare for a defender. Scored over 2,000 points in her high school career at Roseville. Won the state championship, ironically enough, right here in this same building.
And going for the steal there was Bird, just a little too aggressive. Collided there with Kennedy and will pick up the foul.
It's a nice hustle play to get in that lane. But if I'm Hampton, you got to start making the distance that they have on those passes. You've got to make ball fakes and shot fakes so they don't anticipate that pass. You know, you've got to move the zone, and if you move the ball like that, if you make a shot fake or a ball fake, you're going to get an opportunity for a shot. See how easy the passes are? They're going to let you pass around the perimeter, and they're going to try to trap you.
Pull up jump shot off the mark by Lizama. And here comes Jones the other way. Kicks it out. Open 3 for Galbavy, and just too strong, and hustling down the loose ball is Johns. And a foul on Hampton.
Nice job that time by Emily, just going out and hustling. Set out all of last year after having a stellar career at American University up in D.C., ironically enough, where Coach Gebbia came from. But, you know, sat out last year with a couple of injuries and has been here and just really come in and been a force. Elected her one of the co-captains or tri-captains of this basketball team. They think that much of her and how hard she's worked.
Kiki McElrath will come back on the floor now with her 3 personal fouls for Hampton. But Coach Augustin knows she needs her scoring as Emily Johns knocks in the first.
Yeah, and if they're ever going to get back in this basketball game, unless Wake goes on a scoring slump, they need to start trying to do something right now. They got to get some tempo baskets, a couple steals in the score, kind of like the little mini run they had just before halftime. But setting the ball up like this against that zone is not going to be very effective, I don't think, for Hampton right now, considering how they're shooting from the perimeter. Right there.
Gibson spins, and a help side defense blocked away as Bird came over. Here's Jones ahead, hangs and finishes.
Nice job. Again, the defensive effort. You spin, you don't face up and shoot. You spin, you get in the defender, it's a block, and away they go.
Boy, in transition, Jones showing you why people are excited about the type of player she can become, and great defense there by Johns.
Okay, watch this set. Watch this set now. You dribble in the corner. Shot's partially blocked. You get a second chance opportunity. That was the offensive foul call a moment ago. But the play before that, very similar. You take it down, you get it in the middle of the court, you spin. And when you spin, the defender's able to step up, block the shot, and boom, off they go.
Wake on a 12-0 run over the last just about 4 minutes or so. And a rare turnover for the Deeks as they give it back.
This team's got a lot of depth compared to what I've seen over the last couple of years. Players that can play more positions. Madison Jordan comes in now for Preston, and Jordan has got that length. He's at the top of that zone and also can knock down shots.
Here comes Jones, and she'll back it out.
Back cut.
Another back cut and a finish by Jordan.
And the ball all happens because it's in the middle of the court. 3 players touch the ball on that trip down the court. You get a layup. That's nice basketball. Doesn't matter who it is, where it is. I'll take that every night.
2 minutes to go in the third. Wake Forest leading by 18, and Hampton continues to struggle to shoot the ball. Just 2 of 13 are here in the third before that one drops in.
Nice look. Very good. Again, they moved the zone, found that little gap, and you've got to get the ball off quickly because of the length of the back line of the Wake Forest players. Wake doing a nice job right now, moving without the ball.
When things are going your way, they're going your way,
well,
right?
That's what happens when you move, when you just keep moving.
Deflected right into the hands of Opal Bird, who says, thank you very much.
Be hard to guard. Pigeons don't get on statues if their statue's kind of leaning a little bit. You know, they don't hit them quite as good. Statues stay there, pigeons get them. You got to move. Think about it. Think about it.
Got to be moving when the pigeons are around.
You got to be moving when the ball's around. I'm just
Stan.
saying.
Yeah, I'm with you. And a late whistle with just about 2 on the clock. I've been hit once or twice, but I think I was. I think I was.
You weren't moving.
No.
Hard to hit a moving target.
Galbavy picks up the whistle, her first and the second team foul. And Savannah Metcalf will check in for Emily Johns, and at the line, it's Taylor Gibson. Knocks in the free throw for Hampton. She's got 7 now on the afternoon. See her numbers in the opener against Apprentice. Game in which Hampton won 105-21. They forced 48 turnovers in that game. Translated at 49 points. They trail it here by 16 as we go under a minute left to play in the third. And a travel violation. Rare miscue for Wake Forest.
One of the players that I think Hampton fans are going to be excited about is number 3, Olivia Smith, a transfer from Eastern Michigan. And came up, put a little pressure on there, and she's no more. She can score, but she's also a very solid defender. That's a good matchup. That's a shot right there.
Right at the free throw line as Gibson made 1 or 2 of those in the first half and comes right back to the spot.
There's always a place to attack that zone if you just wait, be patient, and find it. The middle is right there, the spot so far for Hampton right now.
Trying to go high-low, and the ball was deflected, but I think they're going to get a reach over the top of Metcalf, who had position underneath.
A little bit of a late whistle, but nevertheless, I think it was a good call. But again, it goes back to that post play and post entry. You know, you've got it from that distance. Sometimes you got to make a little shot fake or ball fake. You make a bounce pass in there. Defensively, you get lazy. Sometimes you try to reach in. You're not going to get that. Very rarely do you see that pass intercepted if you're behind them.
Foul went on Walker as Metcalf knocks home both free throws.
Janae Walker, young freshman. Nice upside.
7 to shoot here to end the corner. Long one by Boston. Rebound down to Jones. She'll let it fly from half court and looked like it had a chance. And we will.
I like what you're doing.
Preston, a big part of it, obviously, in a 25-point third quarter for Wake Forest.
Oh, good play.
As Hampton finds themselves in a bind here as Battles 3 won't go down. Offensive rebound. Stick back off the mark by Walker.
Smith
will
just
stay on this end.
Stuck her hands in there and just was a net kind of sort of the Metcalf and just finally just took the basketball with her and then again started to break. And we talked about it a few moments ago about her ability to be a good on-ball defender. You saw a great example then by Olivia Smith.
Here's Boston sweeping her way through. Had it partially blocked by Metcalf and out of bounds.
Metcalf said, you took one from me, I'm going to take one from you.
6'5" freshman getting some good minutes here in the second half.
And what was also to you, everybody's excited about the block as well as we should be, but the great help side defense in good position, using their size, using their athleticism, got the block. 11 on the clock for the Pirates.
Give it right back to Smith. Her three drops in.
Nice job there. Knocked down 44 threes a season ago with Eastern Michigan. Got a little hot streak near the end of the season. Her last 5 games at 16 out of 39, and they look for her for leadership and her ability to dim. But that was Jones going right by her.
Jones misses it, and there's Metcalf to clean it up.
Caitlin Jones said, "The heck with what you used to do. Boom, I can go by you. You can defend, I can fly."
Defense has to come over to help, and then Metcalf clears it up, right? Another three away and good. And so
take that.
Back-to-back threes here for Hampton, as they were just 3 of 17 coming into this fourth quarter, but make 2 of them there. Showing you the potential for this Pirate squad as this year moves along for Coach Augustin in the CAA. Jones had all day to line it up, wouldn't drop in for her. Smith in a hurry the other way. Another three by Boston, but this one airmailed. Brown, nice bounce pass to Jordan. She's fouled from behind and will have a couple free throws.
I like what both teams were able to do on that possession. You saw Smith get the rebound and push it out. Shot was short, but they were trying to push it and beat the zone down the floor. And then you get the rebound and you see the perimeter players. They don't mind running. Run. Madison Jordan, once again, feeling the wing, gets an opportunity to go to the free throw line.
Junior from Morrisville.
You know, when you think about Coach Augustin, I mean, 6 wins last year, comes into this program now, trying to turn things around. You know, I don't know if the name James Sweat means anything to you, but longtime coach back in the day at Hampton, 7 years, won 183 games. 6 out of the 7 years he coached at Hampton, he won 20 games or more and also won a national championship. Tiny Lassiter, Patricia Bibbs, and then, of course, the legend David Six. Coach Six won a whole bunch of MEAC titles, won 6 and went to the NCAA 6 times in his 15 years, who just recently retired, and that's why you've got, you know, the new coaching staff. But Hampton women's basketball has been a powerhouse for about 35, 40 years. And I got something to tell you in a minute that you don't know.
I got to wait a minute?
Well, as soon as it's Flurry.
Here's Jones in transition, drops it off, and a pretty move by Kennedy Moore.
That's nice. That's smart. Catch it, one power dribble, and able to score. So many times we saw the balls go in the paint like that, and they didn't even get them up. They were blocked or whatever. That's a nice big play.
62-38
nice
Wake. Yeah, nice spin move underneath by Walker.
Can you tell I'm getting excited about the post play right now? And here's why. Guard pushes down. Put the nice little no-look, one dribble to improve your positioning, and then going up strong and able to score. Wonderful play there in transition to finish.
As Wake Forest continues to score in the paint. Got to be approaching close to 50 now for the game. 62-38. And stolen away underneath by Walker. Here comes McElrath. And
nice.
Gibson gets one to go.
Well, Gibson's got the ability to step outside. One of the things about this zone that you're seeing out of Wake Forest, they're big on the wings. So a smaller guard has a difficult time shooting over that, but you can get a post to pop out like that. You can get that shot on the other side. And that's a nice job of recognizing and where the spacing was coming from.
Gibson in double figures with 12 for Hampton. Jones will back it out, fades, fires, and rolls it in. Boy, get ready, Wake Forest.
Jones goes about 5'7", 5'8", okay? Brown about the same thing. But yet, they get most of their points in the paint.
And McElrath finds the range from outside, knocks in another three.
Good to see her get a couple of baskets to fall. Had 20 double-figure ball games last year as a member of the Delaware State Hornets.
And Wake Forest is going to get a timeout here with just under 6 left to play in Winston-Salem. We'll step away as well. Wake in control here at home. Wake Forest up 64-43, and you know, Stan, you're looking at this graphic, Wake Forest 48 points in the paint, Hampton just 43 points total. It's one thing to say to yourself, hey, this is what we're going to try to do. This is where we have an advantage. It's another thing to actually do it and execute it, and I think Coach Gebbia has to be pleased with Wake Forest executing the game plan here today.
Well, no question about it. That was the main concern Coach Augustin had, was to keep the ball out of the paint, force some turnovers, try to find a way to get some easy baskets. She didn't know how much the size was going to really affect her until you actually got them on the court. And what's happened is that they've just gone inside. They've done a nice job on the glass. The bench has stepped up for Wake Forest and been able to score as well. But 48-6, I think it is, points in the paint. The total, 48-43 total game score. That's impressive. That's impressive in any man's league or woman. And I think they're going to get, will it get 50? The search for 50 with 5:40 to go.
I think it's going to happen here. 5 to shoot for Wake on this trip. Sorby back on the floor. Drops it off and right at the buzzer. Johns just left it short. And we'll head the other way.
That's a nice defensive possession for Hampton. Love the activity of Olivia Smith the last few minutes. Thought she got fouled. Cabo thought she may have gotten brushed.
Preston all the way underneath. Reverse it around to Carter. Her three is good.
Scotty P. Raven Preston, here we go again. Starts it down, takes it in the middle. You stop the basketball, make a pass, make the extra pass, and then another basket. The 19th assist on 27 field goals made by Wake Forest.
Second made 3 for Carter, who's in double figures with 10 to join Oliver and Preston. Under 4.5 left. Swinging around. One more time for 3. This one a little strong for Oliver. Nice cut and give and go as Preston had it. And Oliver just cut right to the basket.
Just think about the statues. That's all you got to do. Just think about the statues.
It's going to be embedded in my mind from here on out.
Well, they
got to stay moving,
got to
right?
keep moving. That's a good look.
And a nice answer outside by Tiani Abrams.
Abrams also traveled, played at UCF for a while, and also at Northern Colorado.
There's Preston underneath, and it drops in. Raven Preston having a heck of an afternoon, as is this entire Wake Forest club. 3:42 left to go here.
players making contributions for this Demon Deacon team this afternoon, one of which is Grace Oliver. Nice drive there again, moving without the basketball, points to pass, gets a score. Nice inside position again, catches the ball inside, is able to finish. She can put it on the floor, and you can get the score right there from a teammate. Every time Oliver's been able to get the basketball and score, she points to pass, she keeps it up, she's being very strong. Impressive ball game, 6 out of 9 field goals, 7 rebounds, a couple of assists. He got some turnovers too, but that's okay. With the good and some bad, but a lot more good today. Grace Oliver, remember the name.
One of 3 Wake Forest players in double figures.
Back in this zone and just so active, and there's a turnover, and away we go.
Jordan left open. Her 3 spins away. McIlrath to keep firing. That one off the mark, and the rebound into the hands of Caitlin Jones now, who will ease it into the front court.
McIlrath took the side, the better side of the zone.
Great feed by Galbavy inside to Metcalf.
Metcalf is going to be at an advantage almost every time she takes the floor. So, you know, you just go inside, give you some quality minutes, run the floor, play without foul. And she's in the middle of that zone. She's a center fielder. She's telling everybody where to go, be around the ball. Look what happens. What was she doing? She was moving. She was active. She was involved in the ball game.
And a carrying violation there on Jones, but you're right. Metcalf anchoring that back end of the zone.
Yeah.
And
got the rebound, and boom, off we go. And listen, speaking of that, I want to thank our crew. Serious business. You know, Everett and everybody, and the rest of the team, you know, men and women, this is the 5th game in 6 days, and they've had other sports, fall sports are wrapping up in some cases, and they haven't missed a beat. And I just want to tell them thank you so very much, because they make this thing so easy.
So easy.
So easy. So, hey, guys, ladies, get you a little rest. I think we got a game, what, Thursday, Wednesday, one day, Sunday next week, I believe. All my days run together, but I just want to say thank you.
Treat us a lot better than they need to.
Well, no, they give us better now. There'll be more food to back, but, you know, I love them, and I hope they know how much I appreciate all their efforts.
Yeah, well said, Stan.
Come in early, stay late.
And a great feed from Jones
give me
to Metcalf, who rolls it in.
Let me give you this bit of trivia real quick before I forget it. You know, we've had turnovers. You know who the all-time steal leader is for Hampton women's basketball through a certain era? Our good friend Jackie McWilliams Parker.
Oh, the commissioner.
The old commissioner of CIAA. She's number 1, had 420 steals during her career. And Jackie don't know that I know that. I can't wait to see her and tell her one day. That's still doing basketball season, I'm sure. But, you know, you talk about that great history. But the all-time stealing, Jackie Dolberry, don't get the name confused, played back in the 80s, scored almost 3,000 points, like 2,700 points in her career. But I was talking about the Hampton history, and just want people to know that this is a very solid program. They've won championships in 2 conferences, and it's just a matter of time they're going to win in the CAA. But CIAA, obviously, the MEAC, and then in the CAA, and they're going to be a big basketball team. It's going to take a few minutes, but I like what Coach Augusta's doing. But I just want to share that little bit of HU love, because if I did, my guy Charlie Mickens would be on me about, you didn't talk about Hampton. You don't talk about Hampton history. Charlie, I told you something right there. Okay, there you go. You know? And if, of course, Rick Mahorn knows I'm doing this ball game. He's on me about something. You didn't call my name to the last 1 minute in the game. Rick, it's okay. I got other stuff to do. Busy, but, you know. Lepler always says your name dropping. I said, no, I'm blessed. I know a lot of good people. I've been around some people, but, you know. But how about that?
And they will follow up with you. So
there's
well
no
done.
question about it, you know. James Sweat, what a great coach he was.
So under a minute left to go in
but how
this
about
one.
that with steals with Jackie?
Well, yeah, we'll have to say something too.
Assists was in the top 20, top 10 also.
Great student athlete and a great person as well.
So we got that.
So 46 seconds left in this one.
It's been a good week for Wake Forest basketball. No kidding. I mean, you know, 3 wins, 3 different opponents. Seen a lot of promise out of this team. You win this ball game, got a day, can kind of rest, recuperate, be ready for a Mercer team on a new coaching staff now and try to get another W. Just keep rolling. Just keep rolling out W. Can never get tired of winning. Okay? Don't ever get tired of winning.
Well, Wake Forest begins this season with 6 games in a row here at home. And this will be a perfect start here at 3-0 at home after this win today. Again, they'll have Mercer coming up.
Nice basketball, Shelton. Yeah. And Jim Heath, my guy, the SID, long-time SID at Hampton. Thanks for all your help this week, my man. And Andrew, as always.
So Wake Forest will improve to 3-0 on the year with the 77-48 win. As Hampton